Shut up and sit down.
Hello internet surfers and welcome to the Epic News, bringing you the best articles of internet that media on YouTube won't dare to report. On this segment, the headline of Libertarian Institute by Don McAdams says, Pre-Emptive attack Iran bill active in US House. You will often see potentially important pieces of legislation languish in the US House. A bill will remain active, meaning that it can be brought to the floor at any time, but it flies just under the radar. Other things, the language floats around Washington for years until a crisis necessitates its activation and passage. As we all know well, what eventually became the Patriot Act, one of the single greatest attacks on civil liberties in US history, started out and spent much of its early life as a sugar plum fairy dancing in neocon fantasies. Then came 9/11 and it was dusted off and imposed on the American people, and the United States has never been and may never be the same. Either way, these measures are important in seldom seen. So it may well be with H.J.Res 10 introduced in the White House as the new Congress began at the beginning of this month. The title of the bill tells the tale. A bill, quotes, to authorize the use of the United States Armed Forces to achieve the goal of preventing Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons, end quote. This legislation, introduced by Rep. Alki Hastings, is, as it appears, an authorization for the President to use military force against Iran, but it is much worse than that. Why so? Because it specifically authorizes the President to launch a preemptive war on Iran at any time of his choosing and without any further congressional oversight or input. The operative sentence in the resolution reads, quote, the President is authorized to use the armed forces of the United States as the President determines necessary and appropriate in order to achieve the goal of preventing Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons. President Trump, and importantly his entire national security team, has been extraordinarily aggressive towards Iran, repeatedly threatening that country both at the negotiating table and on the battlefield. H.J.Res 10 would be just a blank check the administration craves to realize such threat. And thanks to ongoing US and allied saber-rattling in the Persian Gulf, tensions continue to escalate. At the end of this month, the UK, US, and allied military forces will take part in Operation, quote, Unified Trident, end quote, a joint exercise in the Persian Gulf that will simulate a military confrontation with Iran. How would Washington respond if a bill was active in the Iranian parliament authorizing war on the United States and the Iranian Navy began conducting joint exercises with the Chinese in the Gulf of Mexico simulating an attack on the United States? Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, share it and subscribe, or ideally both. This is Two Shots for the Epic News, where integrity and facts matter. Take care and see you next time.